Welcome back, everybody, to a Manic Tea Party. Now, this actually is a special edition of a Manic Tea Party because DD and Manic have decided to sit down together and decide to talk about some of the strangest sex scenes we've seen outside of pornographies.
Right.
I am your host, Manic Exorcism, and this is DD. So, would you like to start things off?
Sure.
We have to warn you. This is offensive in nature.
We're going to piss someone off.
We're going to piss someone off. So bestiality and demon fucking and shit like that is not your cup of tea. What the fuck is your problem? Why are you watching this? Turn this stuff off now or shut the hell up. Alright.
Well, it's on Manic's Tea Party. So
Manic's Tea Party, yeah, I mean, you just have to talk. Have you seen some of the fucking shit that comes up when you search our show?
Yeah.
My favorite was Young Pervert.
Young
Excellent. Yep.
Oh,
so it's fun just finding ourselves.
That's gonna be my tagline now. That's
young pervert. All right. Well, you could be young pervert from here on out.
I don't want to be a young pervert.
Oh, but you are. All right, young pervert, Padawan of mine. So you want to start this shit off?
Sure. I think the first one that we actually got to see, that would probably be the church.
Oh yeah.
With the
Dario Argento presentation called The Church that mainly takes place inside of a church and has a very memorable scene in it.
Yeah. Well, there's actually quite a lot of good stuff in that film.
However, the stuff we're talking about.
Well, I want to talk about the movie.
Well, we'll do that later.
Yeah. Well, this woman had sex with a goat.
Goat.
And there was about 10 people were watching,
Yep.
Candles and chanting.
Yep, inside the church.
And she wasn't even weirded out by it. She was actually more than thrilled.
So, a goat fucking scene in the church. Do you have any more? Because I can go on forever.
Oh, God.
I'm going to let you get all this out.
There's a Dracula movie.
Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is my favorite love story. My favorite love story.
Yeah. And wouldn't you know it, they had the Wolfman fucking her. So that is another bestiality right there, too.
Dracula turns into a werewolf and fucks Lucy.
Oh, God.
Rather beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was a lot more impressive than the church.
Yeah.
Though, it looks like they put actually a lot of emphasis on the sex scene in the church. They were very proud of their scene.
They were very proud of it.
They used actually different cameras with that scene. Did you realize that?
Yes, I did.
They had like professional cameras. They were like, oh man, we love that scene.
They were proud of that scene. Do you have any others?
Oh, God.
I mean, all I would have to do is give the name of a few movies I know of.
Well,
The Killer Pussy. Yep. It's about a girl whose vagina actually has a monster living inside of it, and it kills people. Hence, Killer Pussy. Or a sexual parasite. It goes by either name.
Well, we did have one with the killer penis. That was in Pervert.
That was in Pervert. Watch our Pervert review.
Bad biology? Bad biology. That was a strange thing.
Wow, that was weird.
Oh my God.
By far weirder.
Well, we have to describe it a little bit. The guy has
it's a killer penis movie.
Yeah, it's a killer penis
movie. But then
there's the woman that has
a very rare.
And 10 minutes later, she has the baby. So
yeah, she fully produces the baby. It grows and it pops right out of her.
Right. So once you know it, these two get together and they have the strangest fucking baby I've ever seen. And they show it all. So you're just like,
if you're in the mood for something fucking sick, deranged, and insane,
you're going to be disturbed.
Now I do need to point this out. If you have Netflix and you can watch through your computer, your Wii, whatever. The Church is available on Instant Queue. At least it was. Bad Biology is also available on Instant Queue.
That one's always on queue.
Yeah, it is. And
we've only watched it once.
And Pervert, we might need to watch it again. Those three movies.
Before we go, yeah.
Yep, those three movies are actually all available on Instant Queue on Netflix.
It's not surprising. Usually they put the shittiest films on there.
No, they were fun though. They were good.
Yeah.
Well, there's always
At least I didn't feel like I wasted my time watching it.
Exactly. And there's always the slow torture puke chamber, the vomit gore trilogy. They're always on there. And they're kind of like vomit pornography films, which I've been requested to review, but I haven't gotten around to it.
I'm feeling like I probably wouldn't enjoy that very much.
No, but there's a certain viewer out there that probably would, so it's for her. Always asking me to watch.
That's kind of funny that we find that disgusting, but some of these these other movies that we've watched, we're like, oh, no big deal.
Yeah, well, it just depends. We haven't gone that far. I would say, some of the things I would say would be Sallow. There's a lot of scenes.
I was actually going to mention Sallow.
Sallow, there's a lot of stuff in that. It's not really. It's not more disturbing than disgusting.
Well, it's not. Well, it was mostly the strangest sex scenes. It wasn't necessarily.
It's the nature of them. Well, that's what I would think.
Yeah.
Sallow had a lot of amazing. Necromantic, how could we forget that? Necromantic 1 and 2, I mean.
Well, we were talking about Strangest, though. It seemed very appropriate.
It actually seemed the most sentimental.
Yeah.
The corpse fucking scene was actually the most sentimental.
I wasn't even thinking about that one. I mean,
it's one of those. It's a corpse fucking scene, though. So we got bestiality, we got pedophilia, which is basically Sallow, and then you got corpse fucking, necrophilia.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about this.
Which one?
It wasn't really considered a sex scene, but in the last movie that we watched, oh God, what was it? Thirst for Blood?
I Drank Your Blood.
I Drank Your Blood?
Yeah.
They had an adult woman trying to seduce that kid.
There was a woman trying to seduce that little boy. Yeah, so there was that.
So that was a strange sex scene.
These are movies that just kind of play on the strangest. You got movies where they're very steamy, very erotic. These movies, they're just bizarre. The nature of them. Pardon me. Trying to think of another one. Let me see. The pig fucking movie. I just love that title. If you type that in on Netflix's search, it comes up with the Simpsons movie, The Social Network, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and the Strawberry Shortcake film. So
how the hell does Scott
You type in the pig fucking movie, and those are the 4 results. But my favorite of all time is I was looking for a slow tortured puke chamber. I typed that in, and the first result and first recommendation was Cameron Diaz. So according to Netflix, Cameron Diaz is the slow torture puke chamber. Fuck yeah! I fucking love Netflix. Alright, I need to mention Thanksgiving. Thanks to my neighbors across the road. Thank you, Angie. It has a scene of a turkey fucking scene. It has a scene where a turkey is fucking a girl, and I believe it's gobbling the whole time, like gobble, 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 and she thinks it's her boyfriend. She doesn't realize at one time.
Once you realize, her. It's like she's got a bunch of feathers.
Nope, it reminds me of another scene. Shannon Elizabeth gets raped by a snowman in Jack Frost.
I never saw that.
That's fucked up. Shannon Elizabeth, she gets fucked by a snowman in the fucking shower. I'm just thinking, these bizarre moments. Since you mentioned, how is it possible? I don't know. How is it possible for a turkey to fuck some girl? It's not like the turkey was life size. It was a regular size of a turkey. And I believe that was available in instant stream, so it could possibly be available. Thanks killing people. It's got a turkey fucking scene. Wow. Yep.
Oh God.
And it's funny, we just sit down, we don't really have a top 10. I'm just trying to think of the strangest scenes that just kind of like pop out of nowhere. You're like, holy shit. Oh, what's that, let me try to think. Psycho 4, you've not seen that one. Psycho 4 has kind of the incestual thing going on. You don't really get to see much, but you do see, in Psycho 4 is the prelude or prequel to Psycho, so you see how Norman Bates became what he is. Oh, okay. And his mom is a very big dick tease, and a couple of times he gets a boner, and she punishes him for it. She turns him on,
and then she punishes.
Yeah, Olivia Hussey plays Mrs. Bates, and she's beautiful.
That's very American.
She is beautiful. But there's another scene.
Yeah.
There's another movie, Sleepwalkers, where a mother and son are fucking one another. So there is an incestual scene there. Dare we mention, though, we've not seen this, but I've asked people who have seen it. I'm afraid to watch it. A Serbian film.
Oh yeah, you're telling me about that.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that.
No, I don't think we're going to do that one. I believe that we do have a few boundaries, we
might be crazy, but we do.
Infant fucking is definitely one of those things that we don't want to get into for legal reasons.
It's one of those movies where if you watch it,
you might go to prison.
You'll probably go to prison.
Last I heard, the director had been arrested for child pornography. Apparently, there's a newborn who is newly born, she explained it, that it's, you know, exactly what I just said. So there's that one out there. If you find that interesting, stay the fuck away from us. But if you want to know weird sex scenes in movies, those are the weirdest ones. So I think we ought to end with that.
Yeah, that's probably the most fucked up movie
possible. So from shit eating to bestiality to incest to necrophilia to everything else, this has been Manic Exorcism saying good night, goodbye, go watch